George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, George Bush. These former presidents have made their own mark on our country. With the president election of 2012 right around the corner, we'll be able to add another important name to that list. Donald Trump will be our next president. In this speech, I will give you information that will convince you to feel the same way that I do. For those of you who do not believe Donald Trump can win this election, I hope to change your minds by showing what political qualities he has. For those who do agree, I hope to solidify your feelings through the information I provide. I have witnessed and participated in presidential elections throughout my life. Also, I have done some research to further back up my view. During this speech, I will explain what it takes to become president, what qualities Trump brings to the table, and why the American people will vote for him. In order to be president, we first must have to know what it takes to be a president. There are technicalities stated by the Constitution that must be followed. For starters, according to library.com, thinkquest.org, last accessed April 30th, 2011, a president must be born in America, be over age 35, and have lived in the U.S. 14 years straight. In order to be elected president, an individual must also have a legitimate background that the public believes qualifies him for presidency. For example, being a senator or having significant business background would make the public feel comfortable having him in office. They would appear to be qualified to run a country. Also, they must be charming in some way in order to get the public's attention. Barack Obama was a very good speaker. President Kennedy was a young, good-looking man. These are just examples. Donald Trump fits many of these examples in my eye. Not only does he perform business great, he is a good-looking man in my eye. Now that we've examined what it takes to be elected president, we must discuss Donald Trump if he fits these guidelines. On the business end of Donald Trump, his opponents would probably mention that in the 90s he was in debt. They may try to use these facts against him. They will try to hold him down with saying things of being a bad businessman would never be in debt. But I think it shows just how great a businessman he is to overcome such a struggle in life and to become a multi-billionaire. Only one of a few will ever become to be able to say that in their lifetimes. It's an American dream to be rich and famous. Donald Trump has all of these. Why does he need to be the president? He doesn't. We need him to be the president to make a better America. According to Forbes.com, Donald Trump is worth roughly $2.7 billion. That makes him one of only 1,210 billionaires in the world. Not very many. Since Americans tend to view success by how much money a person makes, this makes Donald Trump an extremely successful individual. Not only in America, but in the world. Trump is clearly qualified. But why will America vote for him? According to Forbes.com, Trump is the third most powerful celebrity in the world. He's always well dressed, sharp looking, and is surrounded by beautiful people. Those against Trump may say that he is superficial, but it is very important in business and life to be presentable, and he makes a point of always looking his best. Those against him say that wanting to be around only beautiful things and people makes him immoral, but I think it just makes him human. Who wouldn't want to be surrounded by beautiful people and beautiful things? And why shouldn't he if he's worked hard his whole life and deserves it? The people of America are sick, hungry, and in poverty throughout our country. We need a president who is a good enough businessman to know how to fix our nation's financial disaster. He's a true man of leadership and business. He runs great companies all over the world. He fails to run countries into the ground, and he is ready to stand up for this country and be our next president. Today, I hope that I convinced you that Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. I went over what it takes to become president, what qualities Donald Trump has, and why America would vote for him. He has my vote. Thomas Jefferson, Richard Nixon, John Adams, Donald Trump. Though he is still undecided on whether or not he'll run, make a promise to yourself today that you will vote for Trump. Watch his Celebrity Apprentice and see the man that he is. Watch him make the decisions of firing people or not firing people. The way he sits and watches the people in front of him and makes a business decision. Donald Trump will do what's right in the presidential election of 2012. Obama, you're fired.